So Microsoft Word has some reusable objects called building blocks. It's very powerful and allows you to provide a standardized look and feel to your document. So let us pretend that we've finished our document. We've put a lot of the words down, we've put a lot of the images down, and we're pretty happy with it. And now what we want to do is we want to provide a more polished look to it before we distribute it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of the standard tools and some of the building blocks. And you may have already used them, but without realizing that they were part of the building block solution. So for example, I can come up here to the insert and I can insert a cover page. There's a whole host of different cover pages available, and you can see that they've all got their own names. For example, alphabet, annual, austere, conservative. And this comes free with Microsoft Word. And if I want to, I can also go on, have a look on office.com and get some more. But I'm just going to go and use this one called Tiles. So I'm going to click in Tiles. There we go. And what it's done is it's inserted a page. You can see everything's just been moved forward. And I can fill in some information here. So I can just start typing. School WA. In fact, let's put the true name, Ask School WA. And let's just go training document. There you go. Everything you need to know about Word. And let's just recreate the spelling, right click, there we go, everything. Okay, and I'm not going to put a year, so I'm just going to delete that. There we go. And I can put in a company address. Let's just put in our office. There we go. Okay, so you get the idea. So what we've done is we very quickly have inserted a professional looking cover page. Let's now go a little bit further into our document, and a document should really have headers and footers. Headers are the area at the top and at the bottom of the document, and it's normally consistent throughout a document, and it has things perhaps like page number. It could have the document title. For example, if pages get lost or anything like that, it knows where it comes from. So a standard set of information that's consistent throughout the document. If I come up to the header, you'll actually see that I can just put in a blank one, 3 columns, but then we've got the same building blocks. We've got alphabet, annual, and if I scroll down, if you remember our front page was tiles, there's another one here called tiles. And if I put that in, it now continues the same look and feel of the document here. And you can see that it's taken the name training document and put it in here. Now, in fact, we deleted the year, didn't we? So maybe actually we should put that in. And perhaps we should put that in, there we go, 2013. And you can see it's automatically put it in the cover page. So that's fantastic. We'll look at headers in more detail, but let's keep going. Let's now use another building block, and I'm going to insert, and I'm going to go to a footer. And again, I'm going to put in the same building block style of tiles. And you can now see I've got page number, and it's also got our address. Now, one of the great things about using the building blocks means that as I've used the same style tiles, it means that I'm not going to have page numbers in the top and the bottom. Whereas if I'd use perhaps a header style of alphabet and a footer style of tiles, they might have similar information. They also don't have that consistency. There's another type of building block. Let's actually have a look now. Let's scroll through our document. You can see the headers and footers, of course, are now consistent throughout the entire document. And if I want to, I'm going to insert a text box. When we looked at text box before, we said, well, most of the time you draw a simple text box. But you'll also now see we've got different styles. And this is again part of our building blocks. And if I look to see what type, there are normally 2 types. And in tiles, there is a quote. There we go. So I can put some information in here. And also there is another type of text box that come with this building block. And if I scroll down, there we go. So I can change and have a sidebar. So it's a standalone. It's located at the top or the bottom, and I can use the Drawing Tools tab to change the formatting of the sidebar text box. So it really does help you and tell you what you need to do to change it and edit it. And very, very powerful. And you can see that my header is still consistent on all the other pages. Just on this particular page, it's actually just replaced it here with this text box. So there we go, an introduction to building blocks, reusable components. And now what we're going to do, we're going to have a look in more detail at the headers and the footers and the different things that we can do. But there you go, building blocks, great powerful tool, and makes your document look very professional very quickly.